Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss a problem. Two sum pairs with sum is equals to 0 with 0 sum. So it is a difficulty easy question. So the given question is, given an integer array ARR, return all the unique pairs like ARR of I comma j such that I is not equal to j, and also adding both array of I and array of j is equals to 0. So note that the pairs must be written in the sorted order. The solution array should also be sorted, and the answer must not contain any duplicate pairs. So they are the particularly three conditions they mentioned about the sorting order and the duplicate pairs. So the first input is ARR -1 0 1 2 -1 -4. So in this, if you see the pairs, -1 0 doesn't result in any 0 sum. -1 1, yes, it gives the sum 0, so it is there. So -1 2, no. -1 -1, no. -1 -4, no. So if you're checking all the pairs, we can't find any pairs except the -1 and 1, which are the exactly opposite signs. So that is why the array of 0 plus array of 2, so 0 is not equal to 2 and the both sum is equals to 0 is the only distinct pair. So same also in the second question. So let us discuss later this in the explanation part. So if you come to the time complexity, it is big O of n log n. So the space is big O of n. This is a slightly small advantage. So big O of n log n time. So if you see, it is asked in many companies, which are the big companies, the Flipkart, Accolade, Amazon, Goldman Sachs, Adobe, Salesforce. So how to solve this problem? So if we see the approach of this question, so first we see with an example. So first we understand how this question is going to be solved. So -1, comma 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma -1, comma -4. Is it? So our first step is going to be, we will make this array as ascending order. So if you see in the ascending order, first -4, comma -1, comma -1, comma 0, comma 1, comma 2. Is it? Yes. So ascending order is completed of the given array. So now we use two variables which are left, which start from the first index, and right, which start from the last index, which is length -1. So we keep on updating this. So this is step 1. So we keep on updating this and write until left is less than right, means they don't override each other. So what do we do if our left if element set left and right, their sum is 0, then add to output. So immediately after adding, below them only skip the duplicate values, because they said there should only be the unique pairs. So after that, if sum is not 0. Then if sum is not 0, then it is both cases. If sum is less than 0, then move left by 1 forward. So if some value is greater than 0, then so backward means minus kind of thing. So when loop terminates, the radii in the output is not in the result variable. So this is how we are going to solve this program in the sequence of steps. So we can easily understand these English language steps. Later we will simply modify these lines only into the code using the Java language. So if you see with an example which you wrote above earlier, -4 -1. So what is the left value? It is 0, comma. For simplicity we write as L, comma, right is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right is 5. So we said if the values is left is less than right, yes, then the step 1 is completed. So under it, what do we do? We check the values by adding them. So -4 plus 2, -4 plus 2, which is equals to -2. So it is not equal to 0. Not equal to 0. Then in this case, we said that if the sum is less than 0, in this case only, we move the left pointer by 1. So left was 0, so now left plus 1 is 1, completed. So step 2, again left is equals to 1, comma, right is equals to 5. So left less than right is yes. So adding the values at the left and right index. So it are -1 and 2. So we saw -1 plus 2 is equals to 1, and it is also not equal to 0. But we see the 1 is greater than 0. So we said we will move the right pointer, which is right, by -1. Right -1, which is 4. So again third step. So again left is equals to, we didn't change earlier, so comma, right is equals to 4. Now again it is less than 0, so inside we are going. So add those two values, -1 and 1, -1 plus 1. This is equals to 0. So we got one pair. So immediately to the output as a pair. So after adding, we will check if there are any duplicate values with the same these values only. So for one, we don't have any. So for the duplicate values, we will do like this until our left value is equal to the left index, left pointer value. We keep on moving the left such that we don't do anything. So what happens? after seeing the left pointer, there is a equal value. So finally the value is come to what it is. Left is equals to, it was 1. So 1, 2, 2. So left is equals to 2 comma right is equals to where it was, it is 4. So again simply 2 comma 4. After that we will again say that it is S. So left less than right. So add those values, -1 plus 1, but it was duplicate. So that is why we already incremented it by another position. So it is 0, which is here. 0 plus 1 is equals to 1, not equal to 0, but it is greater than 0. So it decrement right. So right minus 1 is equals to 3. So now L is equals to 3 comma right is equals to 3. So the loop ends and the output is returned as a specified type of the output. So this is a dry run of using a sample case given using our logic, and these are the core logic steps we are going to write. So now follow the same steps. So first declare the return type or the return variable in which to return the output. So after that, sort the given array. Initialize the left and right values. Left is equals to 0 comma right is equals to length minus 1. So while our left is less than right, we can do like this. So while left is less than right, we say that we first calculate the sum is equals to the value at index left plus the value at index right. So if the sum is equals to 0, which is what we need, then we create a pair of two integers. What are the pair values? They are array of left so again in the pair we add the right value. So completed. So after that we said if there are any duplicates we will handle those also. So our current left, which is CL, is array of left, and the current right, CR, is equals to array of right. So while we have the same condition, which is while our left is less than right, if our current left value is equal to the left index value, then simply move forward the L value. Same with the right. The current right value is equals to array of right, then right will be backward by one position. So if sum was not only 0 but it was less than 0, then we saw in the below, if sum is less than 0 then the left value will be forward. So left plus plus by one step. If then the sum is greater than 0, then it is right minus minus. So at last return the result. We didn't add this pair to the result. Result dot add pair. So now if you see the sample test cases, it is passed and the hidden test cases are also passed. So if you see the space, it is big O of n. Also, if you consider it as the sole purpose of the return type only, then also no problem. So the time is n log n. Coming to the space again, big O of 1. This loop approximately takes n into n maybe, but in the most of the cases n only, or let us say again n only, because the duplicate values will not be forever. There are maximum slow number of values only, like 2 duplicates consecutively, 3 duplicates for maximum number of times. So that is all n. If you also consider, then also our program will not be the accepted here if our program complexity of the time is n square, because it is n log n or below it. That is why our program was accepted. So the sorting will take the big O of n log n, and it will also be n, or let us take n log n also. Then also our responding or corresponding will be n log n only. Space is coming to big O of n, but we didn't use an extra space. Rather than this the output, we so many times mentioned that the space which we declare, the sole purpose is for the return type only, but not for our internal calculations. Then don't even consider it as a extra space. So it is big O of 1. So if you see, time is matching, space is still good, means our code space time complexity is even much better than the expected ones. So this is a efficient solution for this kind of problem, the most efficient one. So you can see the pair calculation, the sum checking using these 3 conditions, equal to 0, less than 0, greater than 0, and internally the duplicate handling. We also handle the node. Due to the sorting nature, the output is also sorted. So this is how we can solve this program. Thank you for watching. Kindly go and practice this program. Subscribe to our channel.